What is up, guys? We are here in San Antonio, Texas for Monday Night Raw. Tonight we have some great action, including the champion, World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton competing in a non-title match in the main event against the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. So I say we get started with Monday Night Raw as we cut straight to the first segment. We see Kofi Kingston of the New Day, one half of the tag team champions. Wonder what he's got to say here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Could have something to do with the Judgment Day. Kingston clearly not happy with the Judgment Day's JD McDonough. Answered by Finn Balor. Balor here to tell Kingston that he's actually the one behind the attack. Kingston, though, he just doesn't care. Just wanted some revenge, but he's struck by Balor. And now Finn gonna pound on him. But Kingston turns it over and throws a couple punches of his own. Wow, what a way to begin Monday Night Raw. As we head to the first match of the night. Here comes Ilya Dragunov to go with a 2-on-2 tag team versus his rival John Cena. We'll see. We know who Cena has picked as his partner, as LA Knight made the announcement on Raw. Not Raw. On SmackDown. Dragunov has clearly chosen his partner, so we'll be seeing who that is.
The following is a tornado tag team match. Introducing first, from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
Now, Ilya Dragunov just last week had a match against Sheamus, but after the match he was attacked by John Cena after Cena closed a steel cage around Dragunov and just threw him into the cage multiple times. And later on that show we saw Cena backstage and he told Dragunov to find a partner for a 2-on-2 this week on Monday Night Raw. So we'll see who Dragunov picked to be his teammate here tonight. We'll see if he can get the job done against John Cena. Oh my. Ilya Dragunov has chosen Grayson Waller. Waller coming out to help Ilya Dragunov take on John Cena and LA Knight.
Representing A-Town Down Under from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Grayson Waller.
Now Grayson Waller hasn't done all that much here on Monday Night Raw, but he's done a little bit. I mean, he had a tag team match with Austin Theory on the first ever Raw of Universe mode. I believe he actually took on Xavier Woods in a one-on-one match maybe like a month ago on Raw. So yeah, he's had things to do here and there. Not been all that involved though. Neither is his actual partner Austin Theory, who recently got squashed by Cena at Bash in Berlin in an impromptu match. As now the megastar LA Knight makes his entrance.
At 241 pounds, LA Knight.
Now LA Knight has history with Cena, and he told Cena on SmackDown that whenever Cena needs him, he's got his back. So Cena has a permanent partner whenever. Just has to make that phone call and Knight will be right there. Knight making it clear he will stand by Cena's side. And he will fight for Cena. But also fight for himself. As he is on a mission. Over on SmackDown. Hasn't unfolded that much, but it probably will over a course of time. But now we see the greatest of all time, John Cena. And John Cena going to make his entrance here on Raw. There's that signature run down to the ring. Crowd loves this man. And this man loves the business. He loves the crowd. And now we'll see if he and Knight can overcome the team of Ilya Dragunov and Grayson Waller. As we head towards SummerSlam and Cena and Dragunov's rivalry continues to spiral. Tornado tag match here to start Monday Night Raw. Cena, Knight, Dragunov and Waller. Now Knight going after Dragunov, and Waller just takes down Cena with a big forearm to the face. Knight bringing Dragunov to the corner. Drops him into the turnbuckle. Cena with a monkey flip. Grayson Waller dodges that. Dodges again. Takes down Knight. Great combination there. Now got Cena with a body slam. Now Dragunov sending Knight into the corner. Waller just working on Cena. And then Knight sent into the turnbuckle. Now he's down in the corner. Cena getting his arm stomped by Waller. Now reversing. But getting taken down by Dragunov. And now with a little senton there. Standing senton. Now obviously Cena and Dragunov's rivalry started, I believe, after Cena had faced Ethan Page on an episode of Monday Night Raw. And after the match, Dragunov slid into the ring and he confronted Cena. And the week after that, Cena called him out, but Dragunov no-showed, which caused Cena last week to take matters into his own hands and close that steel cage around Dragunov after his match so that he could finally get his hands on him. Now, we don't necessarily know why Cena wanted to put hands on Dragunov already, because Dragunov hadn't done that much. But it's clear Cena is the man who escalated the feud a little bit. As now Waller delivers that big boot there. Knight gonna roll out the ring. Dragunov delivers a German suplex to Cena. All men on the outside now, and LA Knight with the kendo stick. And Cena sends Dragunov into the barricade, and now a drop kick. Knight sending Waller into the steel steps. And Dragunov's heading to the top. Knight's trying to chase him, but Dragunov dives down onto Cena with the elbow drop on the outside. Don't know what he was going to try and follow it up with, but Knight's got him now, plants him. Cena chasing Waller, but he's going towards LA Knight. Forced to turn to Cena. LA Knight. Cena and Waller might have got in the way there. Cena with a side slam. Now Dragunov. Cena dodges. And now tries to Irish whip Dragunov. But that's reversed. Cena goes flying across ringside. Now Knight's going to battle it out with Dragunov. Sends him into the ring post. And now Waller sending LA Knight over to Cena. Now John's got him up. Down he goes. Cena going to head back into the ring now. So is Dragunov. Cena getting cocky there. But Dragunov actually left Cena alone. He's going after LA Knight here on the outside and delivers some knees to the gut there as Waller follows Cena into the ring. Elbow there. Now Cena setting him on the ropes. Dragunov sending Knight towards the barricade. Knight with an elbow drop there. Waller goes to kick Cena. Cena dodges with a big lariat. Knight tossing Dragunov back into the ring. All men back in the ring now. Knight going for the pin. Broken up by Grayson Waller. Now, which team will be more resilient to try and win this? We don't know yet, but Dragunov there. Blanked there on the move, but Knight manages to kick out. Everything went really fast there. Kind of half missed what Dragunov did there. As Cena taking down Waller. Cena knocking the steel chair out of the hands of Ilya Dragunov. Knight stunned in the corner. It's fine now though. Good chop there. Cena going after Waller. Got him in a fireman's carry. Now Dragunov got Knight down. Knight turns it round. Got the shoulders down. Counter 2. Dragunov turns it around again. Counter 1. Knight kicks out. Cena delivers a basement drop kick to the back. I think it was a basement drop kick. But now Cena reverses that. Dragunov goes over the rope. Cena with a big lariat. To Grayson Waller there. Now Waller into the cover on Knight as Dragunov takes down Cena. Knight powers out at 1. Knight going to try not let his teammate down here. Dragunov delivers a fist to Cena's face. Knight struggling himself as well, but Cena fights out at 2 there. These two men in trouble. Waller and Dragunov doing great things. I don't know what Cena and Knight are doing here. I don't know what they're doing here, but they're getting absolutely destroyed. The kendo stick now being used on LA Knight. Now Knight got Dragunov up, burning hammer into the cover. Trying to steal the win there, but nothing avails. Now Cena reverses on Dragunov. No major finisher from either Cena or Knight yet. Cena going to get back into the ring. Getting caught by Dragunov, and Waller planted with a DDT by Grayson Waller. Going to go into the cover, try and get the win here. Will it happen? No. Cena at 2. And now lariat there by Dragunov takes down Knight on the outside. And Knight gets planted. Waller sent into the referee. John Cena, attitude adjustment. Into the cover, hook of the leg. Can he get the win? No. Waller at 2. 2.9. How did he survive? Great resiliency. Cena, though, going to deny. Dragunov was looking for a springboard stunner, maybe, but Cena gets down there. Now, plants Dragunov with a DDT. Knight plants Waller on the outside. And now Cena going for the 5 knuckle shuffle. Now into the cover. Knight using the kendo stick on the outside to Waller. Cena into the cover. Dragunov powers out. Cena can't believe it. The frustration they're showing. Slapping the mat. Doesn't know what he's got to do. He's come out with some big moves in the last few seconds of this match. As Dragunov climbs up in the corner. Cena drives at him, hits him with a clothesline in the corner. Knight is sent back into the ring. Cena looking for an STF maybe. Gets pushed away by Dragunov. Waller into the cover on Knight. Count at 2. Knight fights out. Dragunov with some chops to Cena there. Knight gets planted with what looked like a version of Unprettier, which is Chelsea Green's finisher. And now Waller stuns Cena. Could that be it? No, Cena, how? Well, Cena survives, but Dragunov has LA Knight in his sights. Knight goes down. Dragunov into the cover, looking to end it. Counter 2, Knight as well. Cena and Knight are hanging on by a thread. And Knight gets tossed there. Cena gets hit by the elbow drop, but Knight gets the shoulders. Broken up by Waller, but he goes right back to Cena here. Knight not going to have it. Gets caught by Dragunov, but Cena got the shoulders of Waller down just at the last second. Dragunov managed to realise what had happened at the last second and stopped it and hit Cena on the head with a steel chair. And now Cena with a monkey flip. Knight sent him to the ropes. Now lifted up and down. Stunning Grayson Waller. Knight reversed on there. Waller gets LA Knight, but Cena with the steel chair. How these two men are still going in this match, I don't know. But Cena with a gut wrench. Now with a kendo stick, he's behind Dragunov. Dragunov doesn't see Cena. The kendo stick. But Dragunov looks like he's knocked out Cena with the head there. Knight, what's Knight doing? What?
Here are your winners, the team of Ilya Dragunov and Grayson Waller.
LA Knight just watched Cena get pinned. Didn't even help him. What on earth is he doing there? Just cut backstage now. Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champion, announcing a triple threat for the main event of next week's Raw to determine who faces her for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. Doesn't care what they've done or who they are. All that matters is who walks out with the title, and that nobody is going to take it from her. Strong words from the Women's World Champion as we transition into the second match of the night, where we see the Women's Intercontinental Champion in Lita going one-on-one with Little Miss Bliss.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Sanford, North Carolina, the WWE.
Now Lita obviously beat Lyra Valkyria to win that title. It was a few episodes ago on Monday Night Raw. Now speaking of that Women's Intercontinental Championship, later on tonight on Monday Night Raw, there is a 6-woman battle royal to determine Lita's #1 contender for SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens in that match later. As now Alexa Bliss ready to make her entrance tonight on Raw.
And her opponent from Columbus, Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Now, Alexa Bliss here, not had the greatest look in Universe Mode so far this year. She's competed in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. She didn't win. It was won by Liv Morgan, who actually recently cashed in and won the title off of Charlotte Flair over on SmackDown. So, due to Judgment Day being on Raw, we might see Liv flipping from Raw and SmackDown. I don't know. We'll see. As obviously she's the champion over on SmackDown, but she is part of a Monday Night Raw faction. Maybe she'll split from the group entirely. We'll have to find out. As this match begins, Lita with a head scissors takedown to Bliss there. Kick to the gut. And now got her with a snap suplex. See that drop kick to the back. Now another. Lita just starting this match out slow paced. I mean, Bliss going to have to find a way back into it, but it's only the early going. She's not in too much danger yet. And Lita tossing her by the hair there. Not in too much of a rush, as she does head to the top though. With a big splash from the top. It's going to deal some pretty good damage there. Heads into the cover. Bliss takes until 2 to kick out. That's actually quite surprising considering how early it is in the match. Bliss had her leg caught but hit it with the enziguri there. But Lita's caught her, but Alexa managed to get the leg there. She's hoisted up in the position of a powerbomb by Lita. Got her up on the shoulders. Fireman's carry, drops her neck first on the ropes. Now climbs up to the second rope. Bliss slowly to her feet. Lita dives up the top into a cross body. And now going to deliver a drop kick to the head. Bliss rolling out the ring. Lita going to follow her to the outside. Now hits her with a neck breaker on the outside. Referee going to start the count. Now continuing on what Alexa Bliss has done so far in Universe Mode. To qualify for that Money in the Bank ladder match, she did beat Liv Morgan, but didn't technically beat her, if that makes sense. She won by count out, I believe. In which Liv Morgan later qualified through another match since she was never pinned nor submitted. And she, I think she beat Maxine Dupree. So yeah, Bliss obviously did not win that matchup. She's had matches against Bayley, I think Kairi Sane, where she was squashed quite quickly by Bayley as well. Bliss sends Lita to the mat, into the cover. Can she get the win on the Women's Intercontinental Champion? No, she can't. Lita rolls out the way, catches Bliss with a DDT. Into the cover. Can she win it off of that DDT? No, Bliss at 2.5. Denying Lita the 3 count. Most people can't believe it. Bliss can, Lita can't. We're going to keep the offense going here. Keeping on top. Bliss going to crawl into the corner. Lita, confident in her abilities here. Went for the drop kick, but Bliss moves out the corner. Now with the lariats. Going to hit her with a drop kick now. Trying to come back. Second rope now. Went for the double axe handle from the second rope. But Lita just has her scouted for everything. I really don't know what Bliss has to do to get back into this, really. clutching at the knee there, quite bad. Lita looking to keep it going with a Hurricane Rana from the second rope there. She jumped off the second rope to Alexa Bliss and now hits her with a Lita Salt into the cover. It could be over in just mere seconds, really. And Alexa Bliss has taken a loss to the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lita staying sharp. She beats Alexa there. And we see Jimmy Uso. Oh my word. It's Jey Uso now. Jey wants to bring back the Usos since neither of them are doing well on their brands. And Jimmy has agreed. So we're getting the Usos back. And I believe that could start next week on Monday Night Raw. As we've cut back to Raw, it is now the 6-woman Battle Royal, in which everyone but Bayley is already in the ring. As Bayley here comes to make her entrance for the matchup. Now, whoever wins this match, whoever wins the Battle Royal, gets to face Lita at SummerSlam for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So it's a very big match here tonight. The competitors are Bayley, Raquel Rodriguez, Maxine Dupree, Ivy Nile, Io Sky, and Lyra Valkyria. All looking for a shot at that Intercontinental title. But we also know Bayley is also eyeing down the Women's World title at the same time. And I do believe she is somewhat involved in that triple threat next week. From what I've heard so far, it sounds like she might be one of the competitors in the matchup. Now this matchup has started, and these 6 women are going to fight it out for the right to face Lita, and maybe even dethrone the WWE Hall of Famer for the Intercontinental Championship. Ivy Nile there takes down Io Sky. Maxine working on Lyra, but Lyra turns it around. And now Raquel throwing Bayley across the ring. And Lyra with a back suplex to Raquel. Now going after Maxine over the ropes. Early elimination, maybe no. Maxine gets the legs up, just about survives. Io there to the hamstring of Nile. Io thrown into the ropes, hangs on the ropes, and it causes Nile to miss a shot. Smart play by Io Sky. And now Raquel tosses Bayley. Oh my word, the strength of Raquel. Io going for the elimination on Nile, prevents it though. Now Raquel working on Lyra. Bayley and Maxine going at it. Io sent on the ropes, but Io Sky reverses and tosses Ivy Nile over the ropes, and that is our first elimination of the matchup. Ivy Nile is eliminated, and we're down to 5. See Maxine working on Bayley in the corner there. Raquel here working on Io Sky. Lyra could help, but she won't. Raquel's got Io over the ropes while Lyra was going to go for a suplex there. Doesn't work. Maxine with a neck breaker to Lyra. And now sending Bayley into the corner. Got a good showing for herself in this match. And there goes Io Sky. Raquel Rodriguez eliminating Io Sky from the matchup. Bayley sweeps the leg of Maxine Dupree. Raquel, big boot to the face of Lyra Valkyria. Wow, oh my gosh. Bayley was looking to try and send Maxine into the corner there. Raquel has Lyra. Up and down she goes. The strength of Raquel is incredible. Maxine as well here. Really good showing so far. Maxine sent over the ropes. Bayley going to try and get the elimination. For some reason, Raquel gone after Bayley and has denied the elimination of Maxine Dupree, which doesn't make much sense for the rules of this match because that would be one less competitor. But anyway, Maxine working on Bayley in the corner. Bayley fights out. Lyra also gets out that hold. Went for the kick. Raquel dodged. Maxine sent over the ropes. And Maxine Dupree's been eliminated by Bayley. As Bayley goes straight to Lyra there. Dodges Raquel, but Raquel's too quick there. Catches her again. And down goes Bayley. Now Bayley's over the ropes, and Bayley's gone. It's down to Lyra and Raquel. And Lyra obviously just hit Raquel with a springboard crossbody there. Went for the kick, it's stuck by Raquel. She's up, she's down with a power bomb by Rodriguez. Which woman is going to SummerSlam? It's gonna be Raquel Rodriguez. The Judgment Day member earning her shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The Judgment Day is going after all the gold right now, with Liv as the main champion over on SmackDown. And 2 members of the Judgment Day going for the tag titles. But now we see Roxanne putting Bianca and Naomi on notice, saying that she will be entering the tag team division soon enough. She doesn't quite know when, but she's announcing that she will be entering the tag team division. Now speaking of Bianca and Naomi, we've already got their opponents in the ring in Damage Control's Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane. And they will be taking on the women's tag team champions, Naomi and Bianca Belair. As Naomi here making her entrance. Bianca will follow after her. Now, they did defend their titles at Bad Blood against Cora Jade. And I don't actually remember who Cora teamed with. It might have been Blair Davenport, to be honest. But all that matters is that Naomi and Bianca retain that night. And to be honest, since they really haven't done anything else. Now also, with Raquel winning that Battle Royal and earning a shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship, over on SmackDown, the Women's United States Championship, currently held by Jade Cargill, only won it a couple of weeks ago against Chelsea Green. I'd imagine Chelsea Green is going to want a rematch of some sorts, and she might have something to say when we get to SmackDown. But now Bianca Belair makes her entrance.
One half of the women's tag team champions, Bianca Belair.
Now Bianca, not done all that much so far on Raw. I'd say her and Naomi have done more over on SmackDown than here on Raw, but they have made appearances here and there for matches. Obviously, the tag teams here over on Raw will want their opportunities at the titles as well. As Dakota and Kairi look to continue the momentum that they have built over a few weeks. I believe a few weeks. They're looking to beat the tag team champions, which would be huge, and potentially maybe after SummerSlam at some point get a shot at the not the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. As Bianca is tagged in by Naomi. At the minute, we've just got the battle to get on top of the match, which it seems that Damage Control might have won the battle. Obviously, Dakota and Kairi here have got Asuka in their corner. So already, the team of Bianca and Naomi are kind of at a disadvantage here. Asuka's just gone under the ring. She grabbed a kendo stick and slidden it into the ring now. That won't be accepted long by the ref. Dakota misses the kick. Bianca sends her into the ropes. Goes underneath. Now a spine buster. Picking her up here. Got her up on the shoulders. And now the power by Belair sends her crashing down to the mat there. And now back in comes Naomi. Obviously Naomi, Bianca here matching gears. Naomi goes into the cover. Quick kick out there by Dakota. Now Asuka's been in more of a managerial role than anything. I think she's been at ringside for about 2 or 3 of their matches. Don't think she's actually had a match of her own yet in Universe Mode. So you just have to wonder, is Asuka planning something in her own head? Or is she just happy to be a manager for now? Asuka trying to break up the pin there, but obviously that would just get her team disqualified. Or herself ejected, I guess. Now Dakota Kai sends Naomi into the corner. Tagging in Kairi Sane. Off the ropes. That double team there. Kairi Sane still going for more there. Missed that springboard moonsault. Naomi. Punch to the gut. Now going to try and catch Kairi off guard. But no, managed to kick out before one. Kairi was very, very aware there. Asuka's messing with the turnbuckle pad. But Kairi is sent into the corner here. And now Bianca and Naomi going to double team with a back body drop while referee fixes that turnbuckle pad. Bianca goes for the standing moonsault. It misses. Kairi Sane now drags down Bianca by the hair, slams her down on the mat. Kick to the spine there. And now Bianca with a spear. Into the cover. Kairi kicks out there. Dodges an attempted attack by Dakota Kai. Team is being very, very dirty here. And now Bianca hoists Kairi up, but Kairi slips out. Behind Bianca now, goes for the leg, but Bianca weaves away. Now an Irish whip into the ropes. Leapfrog. Another spine buster by Bianca. Kairi with a kick to the gun, a spear of her own. Can she get the win off of that spear? And no, Bianca not going to allow it. Incredible there by Kairi to try and one-up the spear of Belair with her own. As she was to try and continue the attack there, but Bianca with a double-legged takedown. Naomi is tagged in. Now going to try and get to work. Into the ropes. Rear view by Naomi. Rushes into the cover here. Will Dakota Kai help her tag team partner? No, she won't, and Kairi manages to kick out. Asuka seems pretty confident in her too. I mean, arguing with the crowd there. Very brief interaction with a fan, it seemed. Screaming at Bianca. Bianca's been distracted by Asuka here. And Kairi now got Bianca. Got the leg hook, tosses Bianca. It kind of looked like she dropped her on the back of her neck. And now Dakota Kai delivers a drop kick. Went for the win there, Bianca with an early kick out. Not very happy it seems. Gonna reverse that Irish whip, sends Dakota Kai into her own corner. Puts the leg in the rope, kicks it there. Dakota gonna hold it in pain. Now Bianca showing the strength difference. One arm backbreaker there, lifts her back up. And another backbreaker. Rolls her down onto the mat there. And now Bianca with the hair. Whips Dakota Kai with her braid. And now Bianca scurries into the cover. Counter 2 and Kairi Sane breaks it up. Bianca Belair using her braid as a weapon. And now just going to bend the body of Dakota Kai to try and get the win. Dakota managed to turn it into a pinfall, but Bianca kicked out, and now a head scissors takedown by Dakota Kai. Now Kairi Sane going to take her place. Dakota needed some rest, it seems. But Bianca gets up and hits her with a spear. And now Naomi. Naomi taken down there. Didn't see it coming. Thrown into the corner by Kairi. Asuka again arguing with the fans. Naomi. Gonna go for the submission hold. Gonna try and get a tap out of Kairi Sane here. Gonna let go of the hold in the end. Dodges Dakota. Who eventually accepts that she's got to go back out of the ring. Kairi stuns Bianca. So now Naomi gonna send Sane over the ropes. Punch to the face. Naomi. Bianca ruining it, but she brings Kairi down face first onto the apron. And now drops her on her back on the concrete floor. Tried to send her back into the ring, but Bianca herself got sent back in. Kairi undoing the turnbuckle pad there. Now getting back in. Naomi with the kicks. Now a drop kick there. Kairi misses the attack. Now Naomi hits her with a big drop kick. And now follows it up with a leg drop. Drops the leg on the back of the neck again. It's another leg drop there. Now up to the top. Went for the elbow drop. Kairi says no. Moves out of the way. And now Naomi sent into the corner. Was looking for the elbow drop, but no one was home. Kick to the hamstring. Now Kairi again sent into her own corner. Naomi rips her away from it. And now uses the corner to help her hit a Hurricane Rana. Going to rush into the cover. Going to try and get the win for herself and Bianca. But Kairi Sane fights out too. Kairi seems to have some great resiliency here to survive Bianca Belair and Naomi. But in the end, she's sent back into the corner here. Now, these two as a team are not easy to stop, as Bianca drives a double axe handle into the arm. Now, obviously, like I said, to follow this, we have a no DQ main event match between Randy Orton and Sheamus. It's a non-title bout. And it obviously sees the World Heavyweight Champion in action. Now Dakota Kai looking to try and put this match to bed. But now Belair looking to do the same. On the shoulders, KOD. Kiss of death. But Kairi Sane gonna break it up. And now a running power slam there. And now a standing moonsault. Again, gonna go for the win. And she does. Won it off of the standing moonsault there.
Here are your winners, the team of Bianca Belair and Naomi.
All the damage dealt combined was just too much to kick out of. And the team of Bianca Belair and Naomi have taken the win here on Monday Night Raw against Damage Control. The women's tag team champions prevail and show why they are the tag team champions. And now we got Raw General Manager Adam Pearce making his way to the ring here with some words to say. I wonder what he has to say. Wow. Adam Pearce suspending AJ Styles, Braun Strowman and Chad Gable. Effective immediately. No way. No way. Adam Pearce announcing that on the Raw after SummerSlam, we get a street fight between the three men. AJ Styles, Chad Gable, Braun Strowman street fight. Raw after SummerSlam. Wow. Just wow. That news as we head into the main event of Monday Night Raw, which is a no DQ non-title match between the Viper and the Celtic Warrior Sheamus.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
Here comes your World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton.
At 95 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper.
He's in a big personal, it looks like a pretty personal feud with Drew McIntyre, but Finn Balor has also been involved in said feud. Obviously, we've already seen Finn tonight. It doesn't look like he's eyeing the title so far tonight. But I can almost guarantee you Drew McIntyre will take advantage of the no DQ rule in this match. He'll try and cost Randy Orton the win. We'll just have to see how everything plays out. Orton here, holding up the prestigious World Heavyweight Championship. Champion just stands in the ring now as Sheamus gets ready to make his way down to the ring for this no DQ match in the main event.
And his opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Sheamus here, a couple months ago, actually beat a returning Seth Rollins in the main event of Monday Night Raw as well. So he can win matches. Sometimes they can be unexpected matches. He also won last week against Ilya Dragunov in that match where Cena then attacked him in a steel cage. So he's actually won some matches. So he's a pretty good opponent here for Randy Orton. And definitely not one to take your eye off or underestimate. As the Viper is going to start with a waistlock from behind. Instantly though, dragged by Sheamus. Now got him in a side headlock on the floor. Orton though, now turning it into what kind of is just a leg choke. These two men just going to fight in the early going here to try and get on top and determine the momentum of the match, really. And Randy Orton just going to pound the back of the head of Sheamus into the mat there. Big knee to the skull. And now Orton going to try and wrench the leg. Oh my, bending it in an unnatural position. Drew, it's early on in the match, mate. But oh my word, yes, like I said, Drew McIntyre getting involved. Orton going to try and stop him with a steel chair, but McIntyre with the lariat. And now going to pick up the steel chair right into the skull of Orton. And now McIntyre just going to leave like nothing ever happened, while Sheamus, now with the match turned around, going to go and pound at Randy Orton. I mean, I kind of knew that Drew McIntyre would have something to do with this match, but I didn't expect him that early. He's pretty much come right at the start. And, you know, I think that's actually better for Orton, because that's kind of allowed him more time to save this match. Now he's got a sledgehammer. But he's caught there by Sheamus. He was caught with what seemed like it was just laced hands to the face. Took down Orton in one hit. Now big knee to the chin. Takes down Randy into the cover now. Has the leg hooked, but the World Heavyweight Champion kicks. Irish whip sends him into the ropes. Orton dodges. Quick maneuver there to get out the way. Now Sheamus into the ropes. Also dodges. These men just have each other scouted. Yep, now a punch to the back of the knee. Now Orton just going to stomp the limbs of Sheamus. Now goes into the cover. Going to try and get the win off of that, but Sheamus at 2. Now pounding the mat. Looking for the RKO. The three most dangerous letters in entertainment. Disappointed there as Sheamus managed to fight out. But he's gone and grabbed a kendo stick. He's not messing around. Maybe reverting back to his 09 days. But Sheamus was ready for him there. It was that like laced hands thing again. Where he kind of just has his hands laced and pretty much punches Orton straight in the skull. And now Sheamus got him up. Down goes Orton. Sheamus rushes into the cover. Gonna go dirty. Using the ropes. Gonna try and steal it. Orton manages to kick. Sent into the ropes. Bro kick by Sheamus. Is that the end for the World Heavyweight Champion? No, Randy survives. How? How does he have the strength? He's been hit by a steel chair by McIntyre. Hit by a bro kick. Orton's showing why he's the World Heavyweight Champion, but he's now sent into the announce desk. And now a back suplex onto the concrete floor. And now Sheamus sending him towards the barricade. Dropping the knee to the back. Missing that one there. And Orton with a big forearm to the face. Gonna go under the ring here. Grabbing a baseball bat. Now Orton using it to the head of Sheamus there. Count of 9. And Randy has won by count out.
The Viper, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton in this grueling main event has pulled out with the win thanks to count out. Thank you guys for tuning in to Monday Night Raw, and we'll see you over on SmackDown.